Okay, guys. So I end up changing the BFD on the Haas. If you see, I took the cheap one out, and I actually did, like I said, I took the only nice one I got pretty much out of the Cincinnati and put on this machine. I believe it deserved that BFD better on this machine. Let me get something I can open back there. Okay, screwdriver. Oh, no light like always. Anytime I do these videos. So there it is. That one is an LS drive. I believe it's a 1000 series or 1000. Anyway, it's around 15 or 20 horse. I don't remember now. It was a lot more money when I bought it than that one. Uh, it does take care of that spindle pretty good. I show you. Let me see. Let me send that spindle to 6,000 RPM and stop it. Yeah, I mean it don't really care. It's like 8,000. Stop it. So our tool chains are gonna be a lot better this way. Uh, they are a lot quicker ramping down. For some reason, those cheap ones, it don't matter. I try all kind of stuff. It just didn't want to slow down the motor that fast. Uh, anyway, I mean, I'm not gonna send it back or nothing. I use them on everything. I got them on my lathe. I got them on my air compressor. Everything here is three phase. The main thing for this video is, and you've probably seen this before. So these are the two side panels for Z-axis, and this one is pretty good because it's the left side. I mean, looking at the machine is the right side, but it's actually the left side on the machine. So there's nothing you can beat on it with, right? But the right side of it is the one that is close to the carousel, and probably on the what, like 30 years this machine has. Yes, maybe. Yes. So in those years, this machine had a lot of beating on it. So and that carousel probably hit on that panel many times, and that's why we got these two marks right here. The carousel hit on it, and I want to show you something. You've probably seen it. I learned this when I was a kid. My my dad told me how to, and I want to show you how the tools that I'm using. It's a wet rack. Hopefully you see it over there. Let me see. So it's just a wet rack. Water on it. Any hammer. I found this piece of metal. It's a jaw for one of the vices, and you definitely gotta have a torch that acetylene, and in the best case, because you want to concentrate a lot of heat on one spot and pretty quick. You don't want it to spread out on your piece of sheet metal or whatever. So let's say you got a bump. Uh, let's say you got a bump on this side because the carousel hit on it. Yes, let's say you got a bump on this side because the carousel, was coming out when the Z-axis, when it didn't supposed to, and it hit on it. So when it put a bump on that side, right? And I can put my hand on it, and I can feel it. Now, if I try to bring it back, if I try to bring it back, it's gonna jump to the other side. So what you do is you want to stretch. It's not a stretch. It's concentrate. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, so we have a bump on this side, and that, you know, this is. I mean, I already fixed it, but let's say you got a big bump and it's just flexing on both sides. What you want to do is, if you have the bump on this side, you want to work it. You want to hammer it this way. If you got it on the other side, you want to hammer it the other way, right? I mean, on the side, whatever you have the bump. So pretty much all you do is make sure you get the idea here is to create a small bump the same way you're hitting out. The metal have to come this way, the same way that you're gonna be hammering on, and you concentrate it on a very small. Hopefully you see it how it's coming out this way, coming to my torch, right? Then I get it out of the way, get my hammer and my piece of metal. When the heat is gone, you apply water to it. What it's gonna do is it's gonna squeeze that, you know, it's gonna squeeze that material in. That's what the water is for. You want it to, you know, to go back in place. And this is, I mean, for the purpose of this panel, it's not a big deal. If you would be doing a, you know, a nicer, let's say a car, or that's what I learned at. I mean, the last time I did this, it was, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. You always want to, you know, get your hands on it. Your hand will tell you a lot on how things are going. And, you know, just kind of to get it closer, then you always got to come, you know, bundle and sand it a little bit, this and that. But hopefully you show what I'm talking about. If you put heat on it, and let's say I got it this way, and I'm putting heat on it, and it's going that way, do not hammer it that way. I mean, always hammer the same way that it's coming to your torch, right? So you put the heat, and then you come with your hammer. And then water. And it's gonna pull it in. It's gonna suck it in right away. I hope you can see it, but I can see it right away when it happens. You cool it down, that thing will pull it in right away. So not everything is CNC. There are more things that you need to learn. Some people need to learn, some people don't. I learned this because I had to, but it has helped me, you know, in many situations, trying to get some of my stuff done. But if you see, there's nothing important and crazy that I'm using besides the torch. And I know you can find a torch that will create that kind of heat pretty quick. You see, I got a hammer that is not even the right hammer to do this with. The hammer is supposed to have more area, bit bigger. Piece of metal is fine. It's got to be flat, but you definitely would like more area on your hammer. To be honest, we didn't have that kind of hammer when I learned this. All we had was a valve out of a diesel engine, kind of stronger, bigger valve. as long as it's flat. And what we do some welding on it, put some weight on it. It don't have to be heavy at all, but this is normally what we use a valve, you know, and an engine exhaust valve. They're normally flat and they're strong, so that way you can pull the material into the heat that you created, you know. So you made it from the outside. So you build your small hammer and with the valve, and sometimes even you can use the valve. I mean, that same hammer, you turn it around and you can pick on it with the back of the valve, and you know, I mean, being on a hammer, don't get me wrong, it's not by hand, but you know, being on a small hammer built with the valve, you can even use this part, and you can hammer on some places to create, you know, to beat on small places with the back of the valve. So they do. I mean, we did it because we had to, but they work. Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, so the spindle is working a lot better. Clean my hands. We'll try to. Spindle is working a lot better. Like I said, I pulled that one out. I'm so sorry for the Cincinnati that I took the BFD out of it, but I mean, this machine is coming out a lot nicer for that. I need a faster tool change, so I definitely, you know, I definitely needed to ramp down faster than that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe later I just buy one for the Cincinnati. I don't think so. I'm probably just gonna put that one, the cheap one, on the Cincinnati. For what I do with that machine, that's plenty. I don't care if it takes a little bit longer to slow down. So that's 8,000 RPM. I'm gonna call it tool. Let me call it tool 5. So that was that's a lot quicker ramping down. I'm gonna call tool 7. I still got some timing on the macro, on the ATC macro. I don't want to take them out now. I want to get more confident with the machine, and then once it works longer, then I will reduce or take away those timings that I get, you know, those sleeping time in between one thing and the other one, and that will make the tool change faster. For me, that's pretty quick. That's not bad at all. It should be fine like that, as long as I don't have to be here changing the tool by hand. I'm okay with that. But anyway, the ramping on the spindle is fixed. Unfortunately, the only way to fix it was to put a really expensive one on it, but I already had it. I didn't buy it, you know. I'm gonna put the cheap one, like I said, on the Cincinnati, and this one is, I mean, it's gonna stay there where it is. It's fine. I believe it was probably made for this reason, or I probably bought it for this reason. Okay, guys, so I see you again. Hopefully you like the videos and all that, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you understood something of what I try to show you on them panels, and that's some really important things when you're trying to rig, you know, one of these old machines. They're beat up everywhere, and it's good to know how to treat that metal. All right, thank you guys for watching.